Hello everybody, welcome to another review from me, SnuffBegins, and today the snuff we will be reviewing is Black Rappee by Gawith. Very interesting snuff, the Black Rappee. It's pretty unique, you don't get many snuffs like this. London Brown's very similar, uses slightly different tobaccos I believe. Great smelling, sort of earthy. It's hard to describe this one. You really do have to smell it to understand what it's like. It's interesting actually. Here's a little look at it. Oh, lost one of the clumps. You can't really see much because it is so dark. There we go. Yeah, we've got clumps going everywhere. It's very, very clumpy and moist. Black Rappee, it's made by pounding up dark tobaccos in brine, and then it gets left to ferment for a long time, and then when it gets compressed, it's pulverized and re-moistened with brine, which I was reading up about, and it sounds really interesting. It sounds like a really interesting process. And there's not very many snuff makers that still use this process. Samuel Gawith is unscented natural snuff, but it has an amazing sort of scent to it, which is really interesting. It's not the most overpowering strong scent, but there's definitely a really nice bass undertone. So we'll have a close look at this and we'll carry on to take some. Okay, let's take a closer look at this Black Rappee. Another black, dark black snuff. I mean, there's no real way you're going to be able to see in there. You can see the big chunks. That's just because it's so moist that it clumps together. So let's get some out. I'll get one of the clumps out and we'll have a look at that and break it up. This one very similar to Sam Gawith's London Brown. Maybe a tiny bit less coarse, but it's still classed in my books as very coarse, very moist. If you've had London Brown, you'll know that it's really moist and very coarse, quite hard to take, and this is very similar. As you can see, just by rubbing my finger along it, it's rolling up into little rolls. It's similar to like mud. You know, you can pick it up and squash it into balls. It is very similar to something like mud with the high level of moisture in it. It's very interesting though, and it's a good snuff. So we'll take some of this now. We'll stop messing about and see what it's like. Right, let's take some. I've found the most successful method with these really moist snuffs is just a snuff spoon. Because with the pinch you have to sniff so hard to get it up your nose. Oh, a bit dropped out. Straight away you get a very mild burn and a very sort of just natural earthy scent in the nose. You can really tell this is something that it's had a lot of time and work put into manufacturing it, because it's just so unique and different. There are really very few snuffs like this that I've come across anyway. Fairly strong nicotine on these ones. I guess with the fermentation that must alter or add to what it's like, how much nicotine levels in there. With the Rappees, I do find you get a bit of drip. It makes my nose run. If you get a little bit of throat drip, it can be quite harsh. So as I said with the London Brown, I tend to just take these kinds of snuffs when I'm at home and relaxing, not when I'm out and about, just because it kind of makes it awkward if you have a really runny nose. And the big clumps can be quite hard to get rid of because they're so moist. If you got some on some white clothes like this and you try to brush it off, it would just make a big brown streak down your clothing. So I just do it in the comfort of my own home, and it's always worked for me doing it like that. It's a nice relaxing snuff, a good hit to it, and something that you could just take all evening, just to get a bit of a runny nose, that's all. So yeah, that's pretty much everything on the Black Rappee. I definitely recommend it if you think you might be interested in something a bit different, something really moist and coarse. I bet you could even use this kind of tobacco orally as well, because it's so coarse. You could chuck a bit in the lip. I've never tried it, but I'm sure someone has, and who knows, if you do try it, let me know. If it works, I'll try it. So yeah, thanks for watching this review. I hope it's been somewhat useful to you. Give Rappee a go, whatever kind you get. Samuel Gawith is always a trustworthy, reputable snuff mill, so if you're going to get one, why not Samuel Gawith? Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.